G'day fellow ratbags, and welcome to another episode of Dirt Riders TV. This episode's a bit off topic. It's about drone installation. Why? Because I struggled to find information online about it and they drive me up the goddamn wall. So I thought I'd whip up a quick video and throw it out there and help people in need. Anyway, it's a good little video and there's a bit to learn, bit of fun, so sit back and enjoy the ride. This is the 0X Force drone. I recently purchased it from JB Hi-Fi. It cost me $300 Australian. You got your drone, you got your controller, some instructions. You also get a battery charger with it, but that's inside. A few extra spare bits. This is what it says it can do. So you got your 1080 HP. You got made for the intermediate flyer. Well, that's me. Probably a bit less actually. Advanced GPS flight systems. Autopilot navigation. Wi-Fi mode up to 200 meters, and as you can see, you can download the app, which I've already done, simply on Google Play Store. And down here, you don't need batteries. The controller is rechargeable. It also has automatic gimbal and a 300mm flight range, and there's a picture of it. Now, in the past I've not had the best success starting these things up, so I went on YouTube to try and see if someone would show me how to do it instead of reading through the mishmash of instructions. The first thing I came to find was everything was pretty simple and straight up. You're gonna turn your power button on, then we're going to synchronize it by pairing the controller with an up and down on the controller. But then it just gets more complicated, which is typical. GPS calibration. So we've got to press this little button down there, and then we've got to do a level correction. Now it doesn't say how to do this. It explains, yes, you've got to spin the controller or the drone around in a 360 degrees off the ground about half a metre. But is that while it's flying or what? And then you have to do it vertically. Now what I've discovered from looking at other drone calibrations is basically when we press the right buttons, we're actually going to pick the drone up. We're going to turn it around, or whichever way it is, 360 degrees, and a certain amount of lights are going to flash. Then we're going to hold it up horizontal and we're going to spin it around until, with the camera down, sorry, we're going to spin it around until these lights flash, the ones under here, in synchronization with whatever is being said in these instructions. So I'm going to set this camera up on the tripod and we'll see if we can't get this all synchronized, and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, now it says long press for 2 to 3 seconds the power button, which is just on the back of the drone here. So 1, 2, 3, and it says that the green lights should power on, and which are there. That's your battery, and we also have the outside lights flashing a little bit. I can't see if you can see them. Okay, 2 front ones are white, the back ones are green. Now from that we have to pair the controller. Have to pull it upwards and then downwards on the Force drone, and it will beep, and the drone's LEDs will turn to solid white on the front and solid yellow on the back. Okay, now I'll just zoom out a bit. Let's see here. So up, down. Now it might seem like a simple thing, but I'm pretty sure we got to turn it on. But it wouldn't be hard to bloody type it in to the instructions. Now let's try it up. Up, down. Heard it? Heard a beep, but the lights haven't changed. Now let's reread it. Pull the left stick of the controller upwards, then downwards. The force drone will beep and the LEDs will change. The LEDs haven't changed, so up, down. Up, down. Up, down. No, start again. That's what frustrates me. Something simple. Let's turn that off. Turn it back on. Up, down. Now it says that they should turn yellow, but I've got to say I think it's one's yellow and one's green. It's hard to tell the colour. Let's turn that so you can see it. One's yellow and one's green in my eyes, but well, let's just see if it has worked. We'll try the next step. What is the next step? After pairing the drone, it was at this point that my patience was really tested. If instructions were just a little bit more descriptive, you would know, perhaps push the lever up for 1 second, then down 1 second. A little bit more explanation would be so handy. But I was saved by the rain. It started to rain and I had to go inside, which, to my luck, turned out to be a good thing. Alright, I thought I'd bring it inside and give it a go in here. Let's just try and get this thing goddamn calibrated. Once again, turn the power on. Hold it for a long 3 seconds. We have flashing lights. Now we have standard flashing lights. I'm going to turn on the controller here. The red light comes on. We're supposed to push up and down, up and down. Now we've got solid lights this time. Solid white and solid yellow on the black. That is what we have. Next, we go to GPS pairing mode. We push this little button down the bottom here, the top one. It's got a little pin drop thing. And it says, long press the GPS mode on off button. Once the GPS calibration mode has been activated, the front LED lights will rapidly flash white and the back LED lights will flash yellow to indicate the drone is ready. Now, let's just hold it. Well, we'll say that's it. Then, it says, spin it around clockwise. Sorry, that looks anti-clockwise to me. So anti-clockwise, and the lights turn a solid yellow. The back lights will turn a solid yellow and the front lights continue to flash white. I don't know how many times we're supposed to turn it around. That would be handy to say. Oh, we've got some solids. That's what it said. So we've got solid lights on the back here, and these ones are still flashing. Now we have to pick it up and spin it around by hand, and what we should have is the front LEDs turn a solid white. Now that they are the flashing ones, they're white. and the rear LEDs turn from yellow to a solid red. Alright. Now if you look, it actually shows the nose of the drone is pointing down, which is not the end of the battery but the other one. So there's the nose. Now let's just spin that around and see what happens. Come on, keep your fingers crossed. Uh-oh. We got solid lights that said they're supposed to go red, not stay green. But I'm just going to go 1 or 2 more times. Alright. Well, I'm going to assume, and assume is, you know, the worst thing you can ever do. We're going to assume that we now have solid lights. It said turn from yellow to a solid red. I don't see any red there at all. So now I'm just going to click over and see what the next step is. After finishing the level correction and vertical correction process, place the drone on a level surface and it will automatically start to connect to a GPS signal. Once connected, the back LED lights will change from red to the green colour once it has been successfully connected. So maybe it did that for me. I don't know, but we've got solid green and white lights now. So now, keeping the drone placed on the ground, it says outdoors. Well, it's raining outside, so I'm expecting I'll have to catch it or something. Who knows? Move the left and right control sticks simultaneously to the 7 o'clock position. Now, I'll try and bring this into focus. There's 2 arrows pointing down. So that is the 7 o'clock position. And what is going to happen? After successful calibrations, the motors are required to be unlocked. And that means you have to move the right control stick down simultaneously to 5 o'clock and the left at 7. Which means after we do this, then we've got to do that. And that means the force drone rotors will start rotation and is ready for takeoff. Alright, here's where things break. So let's do the 7. Alright. Whey! Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Goddamn work. Woo! Alright. And then then it's telling me we've got to go into basic flight mode, which just starts to teach us how to fly it. Now, I've flown little drones, and if you haven't flown a little drone, I'm sure you're probably not going to go and buy a $300 drone to give it a go. But I think there's a lot of simulators online. Get out and practice before you break your expensive gear. That's my advice. So I've flown a few of these little ones, but I don't want to fly it here inside because obviously, you know, there's not much room and it's obviously going to break and then I'll be annoyed. So there is more instructions on how to then navigate, return to home, and a whole heap of other things that you can do, which I will do outside. But I also want to be able to film and use this in my video on my phone, which is set up, chuck your phone in here and go from there. Most people who know me know that I'm a little bit impatient, bit of a rat bag, and that little button that said takeoff was a bit too tempting, so I couldn't wait to load up the app. I just had to press that button and bag it up. There's a takeoff button. You click on that and it's supposed to shoot up. Let's see. Alright. Alright, let's shut it down. And to shut it down, I press the same one. Well, I'm going to go and load up the app. If you give me a minute, I'll find it and I'll show you. So we're going to look for the app. It's called Zero Force. Oh, sorry, it's 0x. 0x Force app. That's it there. Okay, the 0x, that's the one. So they've got a few of them. That each Banshee, Ascend, Evolve, they're all different 0x brands. So we'll click on this one, and that's looking pretty good. Alright, we'll install that. And we'll come back to you as soon as it's installed. Alright, here's the good news. I couldn't actually wait for the app to load. So, I had it out here and I've already had a spin. I got a spare battery when I bought it. I like to not be waiting on batteries to charge. So what I've done, I've turned the power button on there, held it on. I've clicked this on and simply push the takeoff button, and away it went. The interesting thing about this is it did it without having to calibrate it again. So it must just be a one-off thing. Let's see if we can get a nice close up. Whoop, we're not that good at flying it yet. There we go. What I did learn is there is a button where you can press and hover. You heard it beep, that's this button there. And now, it's just going to stay there. But I can spin it. And I can override it. But as soon as I stop, it just stays pretty much where it was. Very responsive, and you've got nothing to see how far it's coming down, but it comes down nice and steady. So now I'm going to take that off. I'll just see if we can just fly around the old motorbike. Oops, there we go. Whoa! I got too cocky. I did it alright before, but I'm trying to watch three things at once. Trying to watch the video camera, the drone and the bike. Alright. Let's just get it around there, nice and steady. So there you have it. It is a good drone. I'm happy with it. It's better than the ones I've been buying. They've just been too cheap and nasty, I think. So do yourself a favour, invest in the money, and soon I will make another video showing how to use the app, etc. And you too can be a drone expert. Yeah, right. See ya. Oh. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to click the thumbs up, subscribe and notification bell all. so you don't miss out on our next exciting video or upcoming event. Also, scroll down to the bottom and leave a comment. Let us know what you liked or would like to see more of, or just a simple thanks. Comments really help the channel grow and bring you more of what you like. That said, I'll leave you with something my mum used to say. Get outside and play! And don't forget to bag it up.